Okay, and then... Man can dream. True. True. Alright, do I change something about Twitch? Stuff it. We're back! Wait, no, we're not back. We're back! We're back with Doom 1 and 2! That's right! We're ending the year the same way as I started the year. Oh my gosh, how do I pick the game? It's Sigil... That's right, we're going back with Sigil 2. I thought, well, you know, we're gonna have time to do one thing. So, since I played all of this in January, February, March, and April, at some point in the middle of the year, they updated this to add in Sigil 2, which was excluded just because I think, you know, this released in December of 2023 as the follow-up to 2019 Sigil, and then, yeah, I just sort of missed the cut. But it was included as as an add-on. So if you ever went to the mods page and you browse the mods, you could probably... Yeah, Sigil 2 is one of the ones which they officially did add in here. But because it is Sigil, it's John Romero, they were like, let's see if we can formalize and get it properly in the game. And it is. So, which means now I think it has a little bit more credence to be shown off in some variety. But it wasn't... there is also... Yeah, there is Plutonia and TNT 2. I don't know if it's in the featured page. So for reference, everything in the featured mods page, which is only this list, and probably is most of them, everything here is available on all systems. I think the PS4 version is okay with everything in the browse element, but not the Switch one. I know the Switch one isn't in there. So in theory, I mean, yeah, if you wanted to find Plutonia 2, doesn't take much effort to, you know, dump it in. What are these memes, man? I tell ya. But yeah, Sigil 2 is... I'm always very curious about why we even have a Sigil 2. But you know what? The concept is neat, and hey, who can say no to more John Romero levels? Back on Ultra Violence difficulty we go, and we're back at it. We've got, what was that, 74 enemies? And we got a dude right here with a... all the shotgunning going on here. We also got more music. I don't know if it's Buckethead again. And also, I don't know if Buckethead even did the midis last time. Dead Marine on the floor. That is true. Everyone doesn't like the Dead Marine on the floor, but we got 74 enemies in this first level. Hi, I would like to not shoot the wall. There we go. Kako. I'm gonna wander around the outside here. Yeah. Oh, I guess I can't do anything over here, so I'm just gonna wander around to the other direction. Where am I going here? Time to fight. We're not finding all the secrets, but I will again drop the secret level in. So, which I did pre-look. I did pre-look up where the secret level is. Interestingly as well, I've gone back to this game, and when I played it, I believe I used a December NVIDIA driver, because the when I was playing through it back at the beginning of the year, that was when the Blackwell cards launched, and so all the Blackwell drivers started to come out from NVIDIA, and they started causing weird issues with like textile warping. Also, hi, I have no ammo. Did I just soft lock this level for me? No. Maybe. There we go. All right, let's not soft lock the level. Might be bad news bears if I do that. We're good. True. Listen, he's so cute, okay? Listen, also, guy is a gender agnostic term these days. I don't know. I say these days as if, like, I use a gender agnostic all the time. All my coworkers use it in a gender agnostic way. I don't know. And it's always endearing. Is that a cyber demon in level 1? But yeah, classic Sigil rules apply. Shoot the eye. And yes, punching things in the first level because I keep running out of But yeah, I'd imagine Sigil 2 is bound to be harder than the first one. So we'll see where it goes, but I'm also not expecting it. It's another 9 levels. It's not like a ridiculous amount of time. I love that like little bit of ground just floating up there. Yeah, so 9 levels, 8 regular ones, and the secret level. That is not a good place to be. I guess I could just jump in here, but you know what this is going to do. He can't fire in here, can he? No. I'm a bit worried. Yeah, 9 with the secret. That was a curious one. Alright, time to just, you know, wander around. Ah. There we go. I'm gonna try my best. We're not gonna try and avoid any weird ledge, but sure, yeah. Everyone likes a dark room that you can't see in. Now I can see. The rain is gone. How many enemies? We have 6 secrets and 74 enemies with 32 remaining. 31 remaining. That was a secret right there. How'd you like it? Is that a wall? Kinda looks like one, but no. Okay. Oh. Okay, no. We are trapped in. Do not softlock me on level 1, okay? Why am I... This looks like a wall. But I'm also probably just meant to shoot the eye. Yeah, I was like... I'm very curious about this ledge. There you go, that seemed more appropriate. Oh, hi there. Mr. Kako. It's intentional now. That goes down here. This is not a secret exit, it's just showing the Sigil logo. And give me a chain gun, why not? It's kind of fun though, to have that chilling there. I know of that secret, I knew that one as well. Listen, if you don't have a logo in your map, what are you doing, you know? Okay, that is a ledge that's going to rise up on me. So let's talk about Metroid. Crosses are good too. Let's talk about Metroid. So I am not necessarily... I don't know, people are like, I am the world's most acclaimed Metroid fan. But no, Metroid Prime is my favorite game of all time. I love it so much I've played it on this channel twice. I also love it so much that I stayed up until 12:34 AM to just sit through the whole game in 1 or in 2 nights streams, I guess. And then I played Prime 2, and I don't love Prime 2 as much, and I'm not the biggest fan of Prime 3. I think it's fine. I'll play it on stream at some point. Also, everyone forgets Prime Hunters. I just want to add that one. There are other Metroid games that I'm gaining experience of. I hadn't played Zero Mission until at the beginning of this month, a couple of weeks ago. The side beam is right here, isn't it? Oh, see ya. I'm gone. Let's see if we can step out. Oh, okay. That was through armor as well, which is a bit painful. That's a fun wall texture. He's right behind me. Also, as typical Sigil rules, it's Doom 1 enemies. So if you're ever like, is that a Hell Knight or a Baron? It's a Baron every time. And also no double shotty. Listen, okay, see, a part of me wants to kill all the enemies, but then also a part of me is like, nah, we're not doing that. I'll just say I'm happy. I beat the part-time. So, that was secretly the goal. Violent hatred, because apparently every second level is all about hatred. We got 61 enemies on this one. Listen, I'm not going out of my way to kill the cyber demon on level 1 with my, like, bare hands, you know? Does that open up when I go to the window? I think it does. How many secrets? We got 7. I got 3 out of 6 on the last level, so... Listen, I saw the logo. I saw the logo. We're doing okay. So this is like, yeah, Doom, the old and the new. It's curious that, like, we get to go back again with Sigil II. Do you like bullets? Because that was 2 secrets right there. Need more bullets. Internet brain rot has been 2 and 1. Yeah, exactly. Internet brain rot has been the worst thing in the world. Legit. Everyone is like, oh, 6, 7. It's like, oh my goodness. I am such a boomer. When I just go like, I don't get 6, 7, like in terms of the meme status. I tell ya. To me, it's just like, isn't... Oh, another cyber demon. Is this the gag? Every level's got a cyber demon? Weird walls. Also, oh, I don't know why I thought I saw the eye in the wall. Yeah, exactly. 69 will always be an eternal one. Oh. Alright, we'll just leave it there. Which means I now need to get past this guy, but that's okay. And by past, I mean he's standing on the stairs. Nope. Nope. Listen, I could have prepped this one better. Boom. Easy. Look at that clipping. Look at that clipping. Right there. Hi there. Ow. That was a bit mean, wasn't it? Anyways, Metroid. So I am the world's biggest Metroid fan. The TLDR of Metroid Prime 4, from someone who really, really loves Metroid Prime 1, and then sort of they taper off, is that Metroid Prime 4 is certainly a Metroid game. It's certainly a Metroid Prime game. It ticks the boxes. It ticks quite a bunch of boxes. What it tries to do beyond that, like the subtitle would suggest, is very hit or miss. And I think there's probably more misses than hits. What it does well are more what Metroid Prime does well. And I don't necessarily feel like it's, you know, it's certainly the weakest of the 4 Prime games. How are psychic powers? I'll get into that in a moment, but yeah, pretty much like what is new in the game. There's obviously something in here, but I saw an eye somewhere. There it is. Let me at him. Oh, we're dealing with a monster closet room here. Okay, well let me just leave for a moment. Let him dance around for a bit and stand in the fire. Jump in the fire. But yeah, Prime 4, the new abilities, without going into too many spoilers, but the new abilities are nice. I like the variations on the grapple beam. They specifically focus on the swinging part. I'm standing next to a barrel. Nice. They focus on the swinging part as well as also the lasso. The grapple lasso, so you can pull things at you. Very contextual. It does depend mostly on the you know, on the scenario, and there's like one enemy that uses it. But I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, you know, sure, okay, it's neat. The swinging is nice. It also has kind of grappling up to ledges when they have a little thing next to them, which is nice. You have the ability also, yeah, all your psychic abilities. So when you're in your scan visor, which is the only other visor in the game, mind you, you have the ability to use various psychic powers. So the first psychic power, okay, the first psychic power you have. Seriously, there's a lot of enemies for like this. Just, oh my goodness, can you tell I'm a bit rusty? We'll just say that. This would be great chainsaw potential right here, but I'm too used to the double shot. I tell you, it's just all me. Sorry, Mr. Kako. I know I've got the chain gun as well. The psychic powers, you get to drag things around, which, you know, sure, okay. You've got this one ability where there's like energy balls that you can sort of grab from walls and put in receptacles. Also, the morph ball bomb counts as one of them. I don't know why. It gets used a couple of times in the game. I'm surprised they don't just use it for literally every puzzle, because I would like a bit more affirmation that this ability even exists. It's like, yeah, okay, sure. In particular as well, I think the big one that's the selling point, yeah, you move things with your friggin' mind. I saw someone meme on that, and I was worried that the NPC was going to say it. Unfortunately, he doesn't. But he gets kind of close. We'll get into more of that in a bit. I think the big one that I kind of like is the command beam. It kind of reminds me, I'm pretty sure we've had this before, but it's basically like a guided missile. Well, not a missile, but you charge it up, you shoot it, and then everything moves in slow motion while it can collide into three things. And you'll have various bosses leverage the fact that it needs to be hit with three things at the same time. So that's kind of neat. Feels quite nice. This would be a perfect opportunity to mention the mouse controls. I played the Switch 2 version, and the mouse controls are not as ideal as I'd like them to be. One, they're a little jittery, especially if you're playing at 120 frames a second, which is great and buttery smooth. I love the performance on this game, I'll definitely say that. I'd hope the Switch 1 version is stable at a 1080p 60, but the Switch 2 version really, like, did an absolute wonder being at 120 hertz the entire... Well, maybe not the entire time, I didn't measure it the entire time, but it looked great. And every time I checked up on it, I was like, no, it's 120. Or you can play at 4K, and at 4K it also looks nice. I think it's preference, whichever one you prefer, but I did like both, so I definitely say you won't be disappointed with it on a visual level. It kind of very much just looks like Metroid, but with high quality, or Metroid Prime with higher quality assets. A lot of the effects are ones that you'd probably expect. Hi there. Listen, okay, listen. You can forgive me for not wanting to waste ammo on the Cyber Demon, especially, you know, pre-rockets and all that stuff. I will take out this Baron, but... I'll take out the Baron. There you go. Where does this leave me? Oh, it just takes me back here. Nice small level, though. Anyways. Into the weird eye thing. That took longer than he wanted, though. Twilight Desolation. The secret exit is in this level. 42 enemies, which isn't as many as I was thinking, actually. Especially when he's just throwing a bunch of imps up here. But okay, sure. I'm digging his music, though. Nice and dramatic. It's Kako time. Oh, it's not Kako time. Where they come from, where they go. Oh. It's a bit of a narrow pool, wasn't it? Dang it. I want to get that, dang it. God knows it's true. Come on. Yeah, that's a double seeker right there. That is not a great place to be sitting, so let's dance out of there. Okay. But yeah, no, the performance is great. The mouse controls, yeah, the clunky thing for me is that while it was okay, it's actually pretty okay using the mouse to aim. It effectively replaces the motion controls. So I think maybe the ideal way to play the game is to use the motion controls and play with two Joy-Cons similar to how you'd play Metroid Prime 3. So one in the right hand doing all the aiming and the other just doing whatever. I don't know if you can swap the controls, but hopefully you can. Popping it on. I will load out a bunch of that. We need to start clearing some stuff. I had a lot more health now. I'm gonna lose all of it, just like that. There we go. Also, yeah, if you're asking 7 secrets, and I've already gotten 2 of them. But yeah, the thing with the mouse controls that got to me is that there's too many buttons under your thumb that you need to press. So here's how I explain the controls. You've got to have a shoot button. The shoot button, often they like encouraging ZR, the back big trigger. Traditionally, you'd kind of hit the A button in Metroid. And it's still mapped to the A button, but also it's mapped to ZR, because I kind of want you to be clicking for that button. Makes sense? Okay. You also have an alternate fire. This is for your rockets or your beam, depending on what you've got selected. That's mapped to regular R. Okay. ZL aims. L jumps, if you want it to be into that. You could also use B to jump. Sure. Okay. You've got one button for switching to scan visor, one button for switching to morph ball, and then the D-pad is for switching beams. None of these buttons were bound to what I was really used to, and then on top of that, using the mouse felt a little weird, because in order to jump, you had to sort of, you know, either hit L or, also, by the way, what is happening here? I guess I need to jump into the star area. Oh. Ah, Romero, how could you? I think this is where the secret exit is. You can rebind every control, but it is a little odd because the game won't let you rebind controls for things that you don't know about unless you enter what the game considers advanced mode, which is I'm gonna go on the other star instead, which is a bit odd. Oh, light visor would be okay, yeah. Hey there, Lost Soul, how you doing? Hope you're enjoying this labyrinth here. I see, oh, holy crap, this is narrow as, I tell ya. Oh. Look at that. Well, I did ask for a chainsaw, and Romero do to deliver. Okay, back up to here, which was, yes, sledge, yep. And, it kind of seems like I've just got the 3 places to go to. Oh, I guess I can wander over here and go up some stairs and get a rocket launcher, which I think I will definitely need. Like the, what is happening here. I don't know if you can see that 1 pixel. Anyways, I forgot to mention the new NVIDIA driver does not like this game at all. But instead of annoying textual stuff, it's stuttering. So, yeah. So I downgraded back to June. I know, right? NVIDIA, make your stuff okay, please. Small indie company NVIDIA. That probably would have been hard to see without the light amplification. Hi there, how you doing? There we go. Oh, this is a bit awkward. Oh, oh. Alright, how am I going to deal with... Oh. Oh. That would have been very tremendously bad. Oh. But it is getting dark. Okay, I'm just going to walk past you, bro. I hope you don't mind. We got him in the end. We got him. Remember Sega? Oh, yes. Yes. Thank you, Sega. Thank you, Sega. I mean, here's the thing, is that, like, if it weren't for Sega bailing NVIDIA, and to be fair, I'm not too sure if anyone would have bailed NVIDIA otherwise. But if it weren't for that, I mean, you know, we'd have some other big AI company jumping in. Oh, yeah, okay. My brain was just like, why am I taking damage all of a sudden? Big lad. Big boy. I can't do anything about him, because, like, I mean, other than if you want to chainsaw him. Gosh. Where was the ledge I was on? Yeah, where was that ledge? Oh, let me just try and run past and go. Oh, it's down to the left. So, regular exit would be... Oh, regular exit. Oh my goodness. He really is. Romero, you mad lad. The regular exit would be there. That is if you wanted to do a regular exit, if you are a regular heathen. But I am not a regular heathen. I'm going to head over here where we encountered everyone's favorite room full of monsters. I think I need a little bit of health, so I'm actually going to be a little bit conservative with where my health is going. If I wander around the outside and I don't cop it to the cyber demon, which is going to be a bit tricky and annoying. You see what I've done here? I'm gonna need that health, man. I swear. Oh, you seen that weird clip in that I'm getting stuck on? That's a bit odd. Look at that. There's a BFG here, which is a bit of a tease because you can see what I'm. Oh my gosh, you can see what I'm gonna have to get myself stuck in. There's a rocket jump. There's a rocket jump exit. That's why I was like, you gotta look that stuff up, man. Shattered Homecoming. Yeah, it's true. It's more like a rocket jump. Listen, Romero has to give us a tech-based level, or else we're gonna riot. 111 enemies. This is what he's, like, best known for. Is that E1M1 goodness. He makes great tech-based levels. He proceeds to just not make more of it. Actually, he did make quite a bunch more. He just never, formally released them under, like Sigil. Sorry, he did release them. It's just he didn't, he didn't do what he did for Sigil, like properly pop. Ah, it's another cyber demon. If you heard that one. Okay. All right, he's going ham with the cyber demons today. That's okay. That's okay. We'll get there. But anyway, so yeah, mouse controls. Yeah, okay. I think the motion controls are where it's at, but I did my second playthrough with a traditional Pro controller setup using my Biendeo Pro 3, which the motion controls, the gyro controls did work, so I can at least attest that Switch 2 is happy with that. The gyro controls were mostly okay, but then it depends on when you need them. There's a lot of enemies that don't need free aiming at all. So anytime it kicked in, I was like, oh, dang. And you can turn it off and just rely on the right stick. But when you do need it, you're like, oh, okay. So it's a bit odd. Especially in most combat encounters, you'll generally find that the me wandering around in circles, apparently. Hold on, so what's this way then? Okay, I'm just blind. I'm just missing a cyber warfare center. Why do I have the hazard suit? Ow. Please don't cop it, game. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! So I'm gonna load out of that one because that was a bit ridiculous on my end. I'm gonna need that health. I'm sorry. But yeah, generally I think the new items are okay. The controller playstyle works, so I don't really knock the fact that the mouse controls are there as an extra. But don't buy it just because of the mouse controls. Buy the Switch 2 version because it runs very, very nice, and it will make your game look slightly better. But whether you value that cost, it depends. I was lucky. Amazon had it for $84, which is still a lot of dollars, but that's Australian dollars, and that's kind of a little below the price of just a regular new game usually, let alone the 110, 120 that Nintendo charging for it. Actually, it's 110. The only one they ever did 120 was Mario Kart, which I don't get. I don't get why Mario Kart was the lucky one to have an even higher price point, but whatever. We'll figure that one out later. Why? This looks like it opens up. I haven't seen any eyes in this level though, but maybe that Switch did something. Oh look, a window to the Cyber Demon. There you go. So, Prime 4. Once you are playing it, the first good. The first probably 3 hours of the game are pretty okay. You'll really dig it. There's a prologue section where you fight a neat little boss and you fight some space pirates. And then you get teleported into the world of the planet of Vumos. I believe that's what they called it. Vumos is literally nowhere. No one has any idea where it is or why they have no contact to anyone while they're on Vumos. That's okay. You go around this forest area. Forgot the name of it. That's okay. And then you soon come across this guy called Mackenzie. Now, I tried to keep my social media presence very, very chill on this game. I tried to go in very, very blind. So I didn't know... I only know that people were just not digging it, and people kept blaming this Mackenzie guy. Mackenzie is probably the second least egregious character in the game. He's got his moments. He's got a couple of moments. But he's out of your hair within 15 minutes. Granted, he gets relegated to comms room, and then he kind of buzzes in your ear every so... Oh my gosh. You've got to be kidding me. I was wandering around that ledge. He's relegated to the comms room where he will continually buzz you and tell you, have you picked up the green energy crystals? Come back to the... You know what I mean? Like, that kind of... It gets annoying, and there's no way to turn it off as well. There's no hint system that you can disable in this game. You can disable tutorials, but that just disables, like, little prompts that don't even interrupt your gameplay. How do you get in there? How do you squeeze in there, Romero? Good on him for lining up these textures, though. Sometimes putting boxes on angles actually gets very annoying, having to line up your textures. Also, is that the most obvious, like, wall secret of that? Maybe that's not even a secret. Well, the Cyber Demon's right there. Hi there. I just wander back through it. Back through the portal. So if I'm here, why do I need to be up here? Makes it seem like I need to have the yellow keycard by now. I don't know where it is. Oh, we'll keep doing some exploring. So you go through this forest area, you meet up with Mackenzie, you fight things called the Grievers. Weird little credens, let me see what I did there. Little monsters. Oh, okay. Shoot them up. And okay, well, good news that you gotta stand here. I'm confused why the rockets open up things, but sure. Once you're done with the forest area, which involves fighting another boss fight, the game then opens up to the desert briefly, and then it proceeds to tug you back in. It's like, wait, no, no desert for you, and you are tugged right back into the oh my gosh, to this place called the Vault Bridge. The Vault Bridge, I believe it's what it's called. Which basically, to describe the map layout, it consists of 3 vertical towers where you start from the top, and they have a little bridge that connects around the outside that you can wander to, and you go down one tower to turn it on, and that then awards you with the bike, the Destiny 2 Vault. Sort of, I guess. It rewards you with the bike, which you then briefly use to just drive around the towers. Okay. And you go down the next tower, and you go, it's a bit linear, isn't it? Like, I'm really just going down a bit of a straight path to the destination. I'm not exactly making choice of which doors I go through, but, you know, I'm digging what they're putting out here. Okay. You go down the next one. Okay, same deal. You go down the third one. Okay, I'm driving, and there's a boss fight at the end, but, you know, what did I gain out of this? Couple of items, I guess. Couple of key items, you know. Your missiles, your morph ball bomb, that kind of stuff. And then, yeah, with the bike, you leave the place, and then you're free to roam the desert. And this is when the game starts to get a bit noticeably rough for me. I'm surprised that door is not open yet. So hold on, if I'm able to come back here, that kind of implies to me that, like, the yellow key was available somewhere, but I don't know where this yellow key is. I'm wandering around. We got this button here. Guess that stays on, so it's probably the door up here now. There we go. The desert is, frankly, bad. It's empty. There's not much to really do in it. The whole point of the desert is to effectively serve as a, you know, a ground to connect to the 5 maps of the area of the game. 2 of which you're basically being thrown into right off the beginning. Okay, sure. And then you sort of got free reign to explore the other 3. The mines, you get told to just leave. You're just like, no mines for you. You cannot enter the mines. The fireplace, when you try to enter, they tell you, Jack 3, I'd need to play Jack 3, so I'll reserve judgment on that. Although, funny you mentioned Jack 3, because I'll make an allusion later. The place you're meant to go is at the, so you're in the, like, the southwest to go to the Vault Bridge. Your goal is to go to the northwest, not the southeast. If you go there, you'll get told off. Actually, no, you do have to go to the southeast, because then you get the ice, you get the ice chip. The ice chip. This introduces one of the most annoying parts of the game. Samus earns 3 beam abilities over the course of the game, based on elements. Fire, ice, and electricity. And the beams are neat. I actually kind of like them. They're not particularly required for... There was like an activate once teleport as well. Okay, listen, I've stepped there. It kind of looks like there's not really a room behind there, but maybe there's a room behind this. I'm looking for an eye in case, Romero, you've hid one of those somewhere around here. I don't see it. And so what are we, like another area that I don't know where I'm going? I can go down these stairs again and see if you open up something down here, but that seemed very odd if you did. No, I think he's just kept it here. I'm still curious about that yellow key. Which kind of looks like that's the next definite thing to get, but everything I'm getting feels like a secret, even though it's not. Who knows? Secret level, I guess. True. Like, here's the thing. If I dance across here again, there's no secret key. That's just a very weirdly vertex wall. There's nothing here other than, apparently there's no hitbox where I was standing just then. It's a bit odd, but... Alright. So you're meant to go to the fireplace where you then get told that you can't continue, but then a little area opens up and you get the ice chip. To use the ice chip, you have to return back to Mackenzie, back at base. Which introduces the most obnoxious part of the game, is the backtracking. Usually I go, hey, it's Metroid. I always kind of expect backtracking. But usually the backtracking should serve the flow of the map design. It should basically be like, hey, you know, you do have to go back to this place, but we'll make it worth your while. And we'll make it seem quite clear that you're sort of intended to go back there. But here, you're meant to go back and visit Mackenzie so that he can install the ice beam. And there's no other thing to get there. There is an area, there is a little area where you can get a beam ammo increase for every single new beam, quite close to where that place is. But, so you see that? You see that? That is a secret, though. That's only a secret. That's not where I'm meant to go. Romero, you know, I know your name's John. But like, again, this is either I'm really playing this oddly, or there's something a bit wrong with the level design if I'm just finding it easier to find the, Where was that the whole time? Was that there the whole time? Was that yellow key just there the whole time? Alright, let's get the heck out of Dodge quick. Oh. Come on, we got this. Nah. Nah, that wasn't there before. But yeah, you've got to keep going back to, like, the beginning of the game to effectively keep installing these new beams. And it happens 3 times in the game, plus another one before you go into the mines. You have to come back to base just for a hot moment. And also, again, right at the end of the game. It's all very, very performative, very worthless. I don't like it. There's also another point in the game where, in order to go, once you go back to the fireplace and you get told, oh, there's lava, you can't go across this, you have to get a bike upgrade, which allows you, or I think they call it a suit upgrade, but honestly, I can't tell you what made the suit any different. And it lets you ride the bike over lava. It is used exclusively that one time. And also, technically, for the boss fight afterwards. But, like, why is this just not a standard ability? Because otherwise, then I'd be going to the fire area first, I guess. But it's so needless, because I'm having to return to areas to not get anything. To literally, like, and the worst part about the upgrade, the bike upgrade, is that it's available at the top of Tower 3. I.e., you go to the location and you drive to Tower 3. You don't even fight any enemies on the way. You just go to Tower 3, where you will then use a spinner and then get your thing. You don't even have to go down the tower like you did the first time. Nothing. It's just at the top. And it feels like the backtracking is just very needless. It wastes time. On top of that, every single time you gotta go there, you gotta go through this desert. You're riding your bike. So you're going through the desert. You'll sometimes get ambushed by, like, you know, these weird enemies. You got a lock-on feature. I don't mind the bike in terms of combat. And also, every time I say, hey, but, you know, there's a boss fight, I do want to add, everything feels great when there's a boss fight going on. Because they know the boss fights are testing the mechanics of the game. Ah, Romero. How could you have done this, Romero? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Come on. So hold on. So there's a button all the way over there. I don't suppose this is a... No, like I can't fit in there. Constantly scrunching my face going, what am I doing here? I hit this switch ages ago. This is a wall that maybe can open up. Who knows? Why can I stand out here? Why did that open the door? Unless the Kako, sorry, the Cyber Demon just opened it himself. Oh yeah, no, that did open the door. It's all walled off until I step down here. Why? Why? This seems quite odd. Why can't I do that? It is a mystery. I feel like there's something about running over here and maybe dealing with, like, this ledge, but... Seems odd when that's on a gap? A space jump? I'm kind of looking for another eye to see if it's somewhere around here. I don't see any, like, cheeky little spots where there's an eye hiding, though. Listen, the yellow key seemed like, oh, is that just me missing something? But this... I don't know what I'm missing here. Especially when you've reduced the playing field a bit. Oh, come on! I saw that on the map suddenly, I was like, wait a minute. Gosh. As too cheeky. But that's a secret. Again, that's a secret. I'm finding your secrets before I find your actual level design. The fact you can kind of aim at this guy down here gives me a bit of hope. Makes it seem like this lowers? He is a sneaky boy. It makes it seem like this lowers in some variety, but... Hold on, is he waiting for the barrels to be all destroyed? Can you actually... Listen, I'm not used to Doom having that configured. Oh, hi there. Well, it is the end of the level over there. That seems like a fake out though. No way would this actually be the end. Oh no, it is the end. I know I'm missing like 30 enemies, but I'll consider that a job done. But I don't know where those other enemies are, I swear. Okay. Fragments of sanity! We got 104 enemies in this one. Oh look, a tech-based level. Yeah. So every time in Metroid that you have to go to another area, you have to go across the desert. None of the areas connect to each other in any way, shape, or form. In Metroid Prime 1 and 2, the whole game was just one big map full of, you know, kind of smaller areas. You know, smaller regions, but generally it's like, oh, you'd have to progress through one area to get to another area. In Prime 2, they very sorted this out by just having 4 areas, and that made it quite easy to just have, you know, one sort of central to a triangle of other areas, and then eventually near the end of the game you'd have direct transports to the other areas. It isn't very Metroidvania. Yeah. It's not particularly. Now, Prime 3 also, just for note as well, Prime 3 has dialogue, has all that stuff, I just want to add. Prime 3 has people who won't shut up, by the way. Prime 3 also doesn't really have travel. If anything, it's got fast travel, because anywhere your ship can land, you can travel there. I'm gonna make a bolt and see what's in here. Rockets. There's a reason why that was a weak damaging floor. What about this one? I saw the eye. I saw that in the corner of my eye. I'm not going for it just yet. That is such a strange door. Is that actually a door? Maybe they'll rise up at some point. That'll be kind of fun, interesting, but okay. But no, I saw that, and that is a lot clearer. What's up, Tom? How you doing? I'm playing Doom. Because I threw a party already. Right there, the whole time. Just needed... I didn't even take the day off work on that one. But yeah, you're forced to go across the very empty desert. Now, the desert isn't completely empty. But unfortunately, in order to get things in the desert, you need to have the beam weapons, and at some point you also need the spider ball, which is a very late game item. There's a cyber demon. There he is again. He's not walking to me, is he? Oh, hi there. Well, there's that door at least. For reference, Tom, the gimmick with everything in this 9 levels, and we're on level... It says 4, but I've done the secret level by now. Everything seems to have a cyber demon chilling in it. Whoop! That was a dodge and a half. Okay, can't... Yeah, I was like, he can't walk in here. Bridge. That was a close one. True. No, I don't have to deal with them. Listen, Fetty originally asked me to make sure I kill all the enemies, and I'm knowing that there's a cyber demon in every level, I'm like, nah. If he had a nice way to telefrag him every level, I'd say yeah, but I don't think he does for this one, for really any of them. Oh, maybe the one level 3. Maybe. Yeah, that is true. That is true. You are forgiven. I do have the plasma beam as well, so at least it's that. But I also don't know how much plasma beam they're going to keep giving me. That is such a mean placement, this guy up here, by the way. It's just a bit vertical. It's like, ah. I'm liking this level, so. is that a crusher area? We got a crusher spot? Oh boy. So anyway, you're forced to go over the empty map. It does have some beam upgrades and all that stuff. Yes, finish the Sims, yes. I've thrown my wild party. These are completely out of sync now. These are very out of sync. Oh, yeah, I was like, hold on, did I see an eye as I ran past it? Cheeky lad. Listen, when you try to go into the secret area... Oh, that's not even a secret, that's just where you're meant to go. Okay. Right door, left door, green door, blue door. That's a different texture, but sure, okay. Okay, and now I back up. Where I realize every single enemy will be crushed. Like, all of them will be crushed trying to get through here. Yeah, I'm not going to have a fun time. Alright. Yeah, the desert is very empty. My mouse has a mind of its own. Whoa. That's the mouse, it's just the cables, you know, just bending. Okay, I might as well try and run through this now. Nope. Yeah, I said I finished this episode. Gosh, I don't think I've got the timing on this. I am 100% going to cop it by one of these. And in that case, both of them. I don't think you can cop the... How do I get out of here with this timing it right? I feel like you meant to time it with an enemy. But unfortunately the enemies are chilling in Cedar Rapids, apparently. They are not wanting to come over. We are rather stuck. I thought maybe these would go out of phase, but no, that's a bit of a doozy. When you got two of them, you can time them, however, but when you got three, and they're all moving at the same speed, it's like, ugh. Ugh. Alright, come on, Spectre. Get in here, Spectre. Get in here. He just needs to set, like, the... Oh, it is going to get very awkward getting past the second one. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can figure it out. Pathfind into this, bro. Pathfind in. Come on. Come on. Because I am not going to make it otherwise, I swear. Think he could provide a teleport out or anything? No. Because, yeah, I'm going to be walking out of this with no health otherwise. Serious crusher action here, apparently. Obviously, I could just god mode my way through this as well, but, like, come on, we can do this legit. Can we? Oh, I can't even rocket my way through. Ah, man, I don't even know. I don't even know. So, anyways, going across the desert is boring. I don't like it. There's not much to really do. What you're meant to do is you're meant to pick up green crystals across the whole... Stuff it, IDDQD. We're doing it, we're doing it. Listen, man, I'm waiting there. I'm waiting there. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. I'm not getting past that. Oh, you know why they didn't go up it? Because there's a ledge. I mean, they probably could, but I think the pathfinding just wasn't too happy about going up a ledge. Forgive me for using a cheat on that one, but legit, it wasn't happening. Yeah, I did. You can tell I turned on IDDQD when Doomguy's eyes glow yellow. I guess like the invincibility power, but imagine that lasts forever. And also the screen isn't, like, black and white. Dancing around her. There you go. The desert's boring. Yeah, you're meant to pick up these green crystals. The green crystals are just scattered across the map. Think Ratchet and Clank 2, but ridiculously big. And for some odd reason, required. Because by the end of the game, if you didn't pick up enough of them, the game goes, oh, actually, you can't fight the final boss yet, because you don't have this thing. And a part of me feels like they intended for it to be a secret ending, if you did acquire it, or a good ending. And they never got around to it, so they just force you into it. That's what it feels like to me. It's stupid, because it's got nothing to do with the rest of the game. What do you get as a reward for doing this? Well, you get the fancy white suit. It lets you deploy an invincibility ability, which costs 35 missiles. You will only use this for the final boss, because obviously there are not enough crystals to unlock this until you have done everything else, basically. And there's a remarkable amount of things where it's like, oh my gosh, you're just throwing it into the end of the game, and I get, like, you know, oh, it's the end of the game, sure, but, like, come on. What? Come on. On top of that, if you want the best ending, and by best ending, I mean Samus takes her helmet off during the end cutscene, you need to collect 200% of the crystals. So basically, fill the bar up again. I'm not too sure if it really is getting double the crystals, because that sounds like, oh, you only have to get half of them. I think the bar doesn't move evenly. I think it's just duping people into thinking that it's, you know, filling the bar up again. But no, it really is just whatever. And to pick up crystals, you just drive into them. It's just a lot of driving around, see a crystal, go up and pick it up. Now, I would encourage... You get a radar at 75... Greetings, Bob. You get a radar for it once you've hit 75% of the first bar of crystals, which is kind of a lot. And I struggled... Yeah, The Sims is a bit different. We're taking matters into our own hands. We're throwing this party, you know, to the nth degree. It doesn't still say The Sims, does it? I thought I switched it. Although the title says The Sims, I didn't change the title. But yeah, you've, like... I wouldn't mind, like, oh, you know, you get some rewards maybe through the game, and maybe you can get the radar, or you can kind of, you know, get the radar as soon as you really need to early on. If it wasn't for the fact that the crystals don't spawn all at once. They spawn gradually throughout the game. The crystals will not be present until after you've cleared each area of the game. You know, he seems to always be throwing a Baron at the end of the levels as well. I've noticed that one. Almost all the enemies. Cyber Demon's in there somewhere. Almost all the items while I'm at it. I still love this eye texture though, it's fun. What? That was not even the word. Wrathful Reckoning. These are deadly sins. 132 enemies. So this is level 5, which means we've got 4 to go. Poison door? No. It's an eye. An eye for an eye. The stage is pretty big. True. Maybe so you can't get upgrades that make earlier... Well, here's the thing, is that there are no upgrades for the green crystals, other than the very first one makes your beam slightly stronger and faster, which feels quite, you know, nice. On my first playthrough, I didn't actually get this until after I'd done everything else. So, I saved the green crystals right until the end. I don't think you necessarily need it, but, you know, I guess it helps. The second one, when you're using the control beam, you can press L to make it move faster, which just seems like, why is that not just a feature? Because everything's in slow motion anyways. It just takes its time if you didn't have it. The third one gives you the radar for all the other green crystals, and the fourth one gives you the final suit, which you would basically need to you know, to have beaten the game for. On top of that, I struggled to even get, like, on my hard mode playthrough, when I knew what I was doing, I struggled to get even the, like, the third power-up. I'm copping it there. I struggled to even get the third power-up until after I'd beaten the entire game. These are crystals in Metroid Prime 4. The, me playing a brand new video game, whoa. But yeah, I think the crystals are probably one of the worst parts about the experience, is the fact that you're sort of forced into them at the end. Because you don't have to really care about them for any of the game up until that point. And then suddenly it's just, you know, have you got all the crystals for the memory fruit? Oh, you got the crystals? You're just constantly bugged about it at the end of the game, and it's such a slog to go around and pick up every single crystal, or at least enough of them. Also, on top of that, I'm very certain 2/3 of the crystals are accessible only via the power bomb, which is after the last dungeon of the game. Like, once you beat that dungeon, in theory, you're meant to pick up 6 pieces of robot across the overworld, which, just another irritating point, 5 of them are available in the desert. 1 of them isn't. It threw me off that 1 of them wasn't. Why not just make all of them? Which ledge lowered? Oh, this ledge. No, there's no speed endings, I don't believe. And Prime's never done it, but yeah, just in particular, this one doesn't have it. But yeah, everything around that desert just doesn't feel quite right. For some odd reason, they actually like have a little like challenge room kind of scenario when they're teaching you the bike. It never really comes up again. So I guess the other thing people will rip on about the game in particular are the companions. I found the companions in the fire, in the lava place, kind of annoying. Like, one of the characters just literally fangirls over Sam. She's like, oh my gosh, it's Samus Aran! It's such an honor to play! Like, that kind of stuff. And she even hugs her at the end of the game. Like, it's just like, oh my goodness. She, like, geeks out. She's going, oh, look, she's doing Morph Ball! Like, yeah, I get it, I get it. I've played Metroid before, come on. I think what they're trying to do is, like, try and go, like, she's the rookie, and she's with the sergeant who's, you know, a pro gamer, if you will. He's been in the game for a while. Is she worse? Yes, she is the worst character in the game. I don't think Miles is that bad. I do think the Sarge is too cliched. He comes off as like he's 2 days away from retirement, and also, come on, there's like no way to get out of here because these enemies keep swarming this area. There we go. There we go. Keep it traditional. Yeah, the Sarge keeps doing things, like, he keeps saying things like, I have a bad feeling about this. He does that unironically. Everyone is ridden with cliches and stuff all over the top. We've even got the lone wolf sniper character, who, he seems alright. I don't mind him. He's even got more story, which I actually find quite surprising. They wrote him a few more lines after the game was meant to sort of be finished. You know, I'm just gonna leave these guys. I'm gonna leave these guys, I say, as I wait for too long, and suddenly they are... Why are they pointing me with arrows here? Why are their arrows leaving out? Okay, sure. Sure, John. I'll accept it. The best character is a robot character who doesn't even... See that lion again? There's a robot character who doesn't even get his own area. He's sort of tacked onto the ice area as like a revisit kind of little side bit. And then you free him and he goes, oh, I don't know how to help you out. I'll just leave. And then he's back for the, you know, for the finale of the game. But it's just kind of interesting that, and this is actually a bit of a dilemma, is that usually I find with games that have like, fun, quirky writing, the dry, monotonous robot often always is the most relatable character because he doesn't tell you things you don't need to hear. And if he does, you've really done goofed. Also, the robot is like, I don't know, not saying cringe. Now, it's not the end of the world. These characters aren't there for particularly a ton of time, but a lot of them are sort of I guess for that one, for the fire area, the characters are with you the entire distance, and they do talk quite a fair bit. Whereas the other ones, not as much. Not as much. But I don't think the game's experience is improved by having all of these other characters. Now, here's where I take a step back and I go, you know, Metroid Prime 3 kind of also did this. Now, the characters were fun, you know, other little hunters. They didn't really have, you know, like... They weren't trying to be quirky. They were just trying to be like, hey, you know, I'm this kind of guy. Some of them were a bit out of their league, like that kind of stuff. Ultimately, all of them got corrupted and sort of, you know, turned the other table. That's why they exist like that. Whereas in this game, they're just there along for the ride. There's a weird side mechanic where, as you're with a one of these NPC characters, they have a health bar, and if they ever cop it in the middle of the fight, you gotta, like, scan them, basically. This gets very annoying for the final boss fight, because you have all 5 characters with you, and all of them can potentially die, and I legit had multiple final boss runs where one of them just copped it, and then proceeded to immediately die. Like, didn't even give me any time to, well, not any, but didn't give me enough time to go and heal them. Either that or like 3 of them died at the same time. It's like I'm playing as Mercy. I saw someone describe it like that, and yeah, it's kind of like that. It's just like, here I am doing revive duty. I'm having to constantly like check up on everyone just to get them healed. Which shield? Is it the Halo 4? Well, here's the thing. So, as much as I'm ripping into it, here are the strengths. I don't mind the more linear design of the areas. I think the pacing of them works quite nicely. None of them drag on for too long. I think a lot of the hidden collectibles that people go, oh, you know, there used to be all these secrets and stuff. No, man, the secrets are just in the same rooms as the regular path you go through. Like, that's all it is. There are still great secrets. There are still lots of really nice little puzzles and things like that throughout the game. We've got a lot of fun, you know, morph ball sections and a couple of bike sections even. Just a couple. The boss fights are great. Some of the best in the franchise. I actually really do like them. And I don't mind the way the combat works with the multiple beams, even if no enemy particularly tests you on the beams. But it's just kind of nice to like have something different, and you know, it kind of works okay. I do miss visors, I guess, but I also feel like... Oh, and I didn't even mention the dashing. You have to double press the jump button. It took me a bit of muscle memory. I actually rebound all the controls to be a lot closer to like Prime Remastered. So B became my shoot, A became morph ball because it's on the right. It's so weird that all the controls are so off. It just felt so much better to me if I just rebound them all, which I don't know. If anyone at Nintendo's doing analytics, note that I am one of those weird people. I smelt him. He was hitting me from the bottom of the ledge there. Ah. The power of the vertical lines. But yeah, I do also really like the visuals, and the soundtrack's great. They got the OG people back as well, so good on them for that one. I think one of them's literally like out of retirement just to like work on this. Like he literally hasn't done anything since Prime 3. So good on that. And yeah, you know, like at the end of the day, I started with it and I'll end with it as well. It is Metroid Prime. I don't think, like, people are going to be so upset about this, and I think it depends on people's expectations going in. Is it great? It's pretty, it's good. It's good. But it's not, you're not going to like it more than the other games. If you've been holding out, I think you'll find parts that you like out of it. I think people ripping on it for the linear aspect forget how insanely linear a lot of Prime 1 was. Not the Chozo Ruins. That's the Chozo Ruins is like the only place that's not like wide and open. The Phendrana Drift certainly has a lot of you know, backtracking to previous rooms and stuff like that, so you get that kind of branch structure. But I think the Chozo Ruins is legitimately the only one that you're, like, deeply exploring in that game. Lots of other ones, like, you know, Magmore Caverns is a straight line, the whole Crash Space Frigate is literally, like, one long straight line. Curvy straight line. So it's not straight, but one singular path. It's long, and it's one. This would be a great secret, but it's not. Oops. But yeah. So what do I give it at the end of the day? I don't know. I'm probably feeling a 3 on this one, which means it is a degradation. It has dropped since previous ones. And certainly a 3 does mean I have played much better games this year. I will definitely say that. I will definitely give this one a playthrough on stream at some point, because I have been playing other Metroids. But I do want to play Prime Hunters first. A lot of people have forgotten that Prime Hunters exists, and I think, what do people feel like is a Metroid is a rather subjective take. I think a lot of people on the internet, after going back and reading about it, a lot of people do not get the gist, or they do not describe their gist in a way that I think actually means better game. I think a lot of people want to be lonely. Prime Hunters, I do remember First Hunt. Oh, just like Prime Hunters, there's no Metroids. There's a Metroid at the very, very beginning, but I think you're meant to infer that things are Metroid related without necessarily being Metroids the entire game. They briefly say in the logbooks. Oh, yeah, okay, here's another thing I'll rip on. Most of the lore is told sequentially through the linear areas. This is a product of the linear areas that I think doesn't work out, is because you're not really exploring around and finding secrets. Most of the lore is pretty much in order, and I feel like it kind of ruins the mystery. Never mind, the Vault Bridge and the Great Mines do not hide it. The Vault Bridge and the Great Mines have no lore. They're just there. That was worthwhile. Wow, okay, that was self-inflicted that time. We're good, we're good, we're Gucci. We're Gucci. We got there. We got there in the end. There we go. But yeah, I'd probably give it a 3. Is it a must-have Switch title? Yeah, I mean, it's still good. It's still good, to some extent. I would probably say, if you are a Switch owner, get the remaster of Prime 1 first. I think you will enjoy that a ton more, and, I mean, there's no excuse. If you have already played that, play all of the other games before you play this one. Not because, oh, it's the 4th game, I need to know the lore. It's so incredibly disconnected that, like, you probably won't even notice. But it is very, very much not the best one at all. I think it's because that desert really drags it down for me. Depending on, I think, who you are as well, you will probably find that the... Do I have to... Yeah, there you go. I was like, hold on. Depending on who you are, you'll probably find that the... I heard something move because of that. Oh, there you go. You'll probably find that the beginning of the game, you might have forgotten all about it, and then it really sours as the experience goes on. And I think that's why probably some people are absolutely ripping on it, because when I said the first 3 hours is great, that's the first 3 hours of a 10-hour game. That's a non-trivial amount of time to be pretty good. I would have rated it higher had it been like that, and I actually... When I got the game on a Tuesday night, that was all I had played. I played the first 3 hours, so I was like, oh, okay. And then everything after that was like, oh, okay. My hard mode playthrough also took about that time, 10 hours. Do you think 80 is a good... It's so hard to judge a Metacritic score these days. When I give it a 3 out of 5, just for no, I don't know what, like, Metacritic score that lines up with. To me, a 3 out of 5 is... It's a pretty good game. It's a pretty good game. I would definitely say it's up there, but I'd usually reserve a 3.5 for a best of the year kind of thing. I'm just going to leave this, just Baron there. I reserve a 3.5 for like best of the years, and then usually 4s are like, hey, this is actually quite very good. A 75, yeah, I mean, traditionally I would say this deserves bang on 6. Sorry, bang on 6 or bang on 7. 6, 7, there you go. There you go, we got 6, 7. Which today means mid, because everyone's inflated 8 to be like, you know, good. And I'm like, man, 5 should be mid. 5 should be mid. 6 means fair. That's what GameSpot used to always call it. Wow, okay. It's thrown like 150 enemies right off the bat on me. Ah, jeez. If it wasn't for all the shotgunners, I swear. Okay. But yeah, it's very polarizing. I think looking on like backlogs, for example, there's a lot of people who are flattening the bell curve. There's not much of a bell curve. I gotta play Crash Purple, I guess. I played like what else did I rate a 3? Because I didn't mention them last week. What is happening here, man? Oh my gosh. But like, 3s for me is like, you know, like I found Dino Crisis to be a 3, like that kind of stuff. I know someone's gonna find that one sacrilege. But here's the thing. I think it's because there's a lot of reputation, I guess, for Prime 4. I think that's probably what's dragging it down. I think a lot of people really expected a ton of amazing stuff. And it's not amazing. It's pretty good. Will it be worth Nintendo's investment? That is a good question. I'm not too sure if Nintendo's investment for scrapping the game would have been worth it. I'm very curious what the original concept for the game was. Oh boy, this one's gonna be fun. I'm curious what the original like game pitch was. Why did they cancel the game originally? Or sorry, not cancel, but like why did they scrap their development and start it again? What was the original? Tom is a 10. Tom is 33. To me, Metroid Prime's a 10. There you go. Is this the same lift? Yes. Is it? Did I get myself really turned around just then? Okay. Sure, yeah. Okay, go in there. So something I want to mention. I want to grow some of the... everyone says that. Like, I know they specifically said it, but like, I've heard it before. They did announce a new Mega Man at the Game Awards. No date, no anything. Just sort of a little bit of brief bit of gameplay, and that's it. So I guess... all I'll say is we'll see, but every game studio does this because the power of the IP is tremendous, and many game companies, they're sitting on tons of them. It's why, if anything as well, didn't Okami get announced last year? We haven't heard anything out of that. Also, Okami's Twitter did the absolute, like, most savage tweet I saw, which was someone pointing out, like, the... you know, Jeff Keighley at last year's Game Awards going like, you know, this is like, you know, an announcement that will resonate with so many people, and it was Okami's announcement, but like, this person just, you know, clipped the Jeff Keighley part, and it's like, Jeff, stop, like, doing this to me, you're overhyping stuff. And then the official Okami Twitter just replies back with freaking Amaterasu next to a gun and a ball, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Did you just gun and ball gamer this poor person? They've been destroyed. They can't recover from that. Also, hi, that's a couple of barons. I need to leave this area. Yes, I know. I've got the BFG. I could be using that the whole time now. What did I grab? I grabbed the blue key, which I needed to open this, this. Where's our blue thing there? I grabbed it. Oh, wait. Gosh, I have no... I'm getting myself turned around, I swear. Yeah, absolutely savage reply. But to be fair as well, the Game Awards, like, it attracts a ridiculously high viewership. So I think it's always going to be hard to keep everyone impressed. But at the end of the day, it's like, well, okay, well, you know, what are we exactly creating here? What are we getting out of this? At the end of the day, it's like, hey, you know, we see a bunch of big game announcements, and that's all I really asked for. The stream died. I do see the stream died. Oh, there we go. My network was fine the entire time, but I saw Twitch died. I saw Twitch dying. I've got that open, yeah. Listen, I monitored for this one, and it still happened. I just paused. I saw it happen in real time. I just paused. Twitch, it's my stream metrics flat out don't even say I dropped anything. That's just Twitch, like, just cutting out for people, which means that the Twitch VOD will probably be fine. Also, your chat definitely came through, so... Where am I getting hit from? I'm getting hit probably from a... I'm hopefully not getting hit from the crack. Step on the crack and break your mother's back or something. I don't know what's happening there. I hope someone who knows these maps can explain whether the cracks are actually, like, floor hazards or not, because that'd be very annoying if it were. It's like, that's just the floor. No, I'm just getting hit by a shotgunner from somewhere. I can't see him. I really cannot see him. Oh, he's standing up there. Jeez. Alright. Capcom's words. No, I won't go so harsh to say empty promises, but I will say that, like, this is clearly investor bait. That's a careful word. I gotta say that. It's bait. It's there to make investors happy. They could, which honestly, like, if it wasn't for the fact that the wider public watches this and would jump on anyone using this word, or maybe Jeff had it in, he said you cannot use this word at all. No one mentioned AI, but 100% a bunch of these companies probably would have. They probably would have shilled for AI stuff had they the opportunity to do it. A bit busy down there. Context is very, I'm not too sure who you're quoting there, but I would... If that's a journalist saying that, they are wrong. They are 100% wrong. This is 100%... And not to say that they won't... Like, they're not just saying this to appease shareholders and then they will never make a Mega Man game. They're bringing back Mega Man because they know it will sell. Like, that's all it is. Which means that, oh, okay, you know, another Mega Man game. I'm still shocked they stopped making Mega Man games, because it's just like, you would think Mega Man 9 would be like, that kind of title would be the easiest thing to just keep making more games in that 8-bit art style. And then they proceeded to not for Mega Man 11. I haven't played too many Mega Mans, but I definitely played 9 back in the day. I know they did 10 in the same style. Is this just like wandering out and hope for the best kind of thing, maybe? Or I wander back. Oh, I was doing so well just shotgunning him. I think it's good, but also at the end of the day, I'm a jaded individual who is just rambled about a franchise. Well, I guess we had Metroid Dread, but we haven't had Metroid Prime in so long for not really much reason. They kept it as a trilogy and that was it, and they never quite went back on the style of that game. And then they made one that, on the one hand, is incredibly safe, and not to say it's like safe, but like it really is just ticking the boxes for its Metroid Prime. To a T, somewhat it feels like it's a game from 2011, basically, like how many weird trends that we've sort of reminded ourselves why we don't use companions anymore in many first-person shooters, because it's kind of annoying when they cop it, especially without you doing anything weird. Gosh. I will say, Sigil II is tricky. This is a gutsy pick to have either Sigil in here, by the way. It's fun, it's neat, but oh my gosh, John Romero's like... He's dialed this up, man. He knows he can make very tricky levels. And I don't know if he intended for the player to look down in any of them. But given that I guess it's MBF compatible, maybe it's just on me. Just get good, you know? Just like everyone complaining about the sharpshooter achievement on Retro Achievements from Bully. I'm subscribed to that thread. Oh my gosh, guys. Someone chimed in and said it took me an hour. And I was like, yeah, exactly. Capcom does have some actual announcements. Yeah, Okami 2, which who knows when that's coming out. And to be fair as well, there's a bunch of games that got mentioned. And again, when is it coming out? They're just teasing. In fact, actually, as well, I find Nintendo probably have learned from Metroid on this one. And also from Bayonetta 3. They did the exact same thing with Bayonetta 3. They announced it way too early. And they're probably not going to announce things as, like, that early. They're playing quite well with releasing within a year of announcement, for the most part. Onimusha does have a release date. I believe it's sometime next year. And there's an Onimusha 2 remaster happening between now and then. Everyone likes a good old snaky platform maze level. Well, it's not maze necessarily, but we got another Baron. Why not? 2026 is coming soon. Just a week away. I'm trying to think what's the best way to get past this one Baron. To at least blow him up and hope for the best. Oh, you can't join him. Oh my gosh, hold on, where's the platform here? Is it here? Oh my gosh, I gotta look at the map on this one. Just fall straight, there you go. I just kept missing the 6 key, that was it. Oh. These guys are gonna get very obnoxious if I didn't take them out. Pretty interesting Atari prototype. You said you had no news. Now you've got news. We have 3 news. And I had 3 money. I did. I had 3 money back then. True, true. I don't really have too much to say about the Game Awards otherwise. I mean, I've sort of mentioned already at the beginning of the stream, which was on the Sims one, if anyone's watching the VOD. The Sims finale. Yeah. Let's see. I always keep instinctively trying to hit F6 to save, not F5. I don't know why. Some games it's F6. I'm jammin'. A rhythm game from before Parappa. Have you noticed how, like, no rockets have been, like, in this game at all? I'm hitting the Kako, he's gotten stuck up there. Oh my goodness, jeez. There's a lot of ledges, and that makes walking around a bit nutty here. There we go. Similar to drums in Ribbon Heaven. Oh! So it's sort of tapping it. That's interesting that, like, it's that early. It's that time period. I don't imagine the concept would be, like, impossible for people to implement back then, but it's just kind of interesting that there's not a lot of rhythm games back then. Oh, you seen that weird hitching going on there? That's not the stream or the encoding. That's just the game for some odd reason. Sigil 2 is too intense for mere mortal computers. Also, don't die, computer. RAM's expensive. Well, it's an early pioneer, but if they never released, did they really pioneer? You know? Well, they explored it. They never went to market. They never influenced. They're really running low on ammo on this one. Definitely filling the time, though, I'll tell you that. Well, I guess people are going to have to look up that one, so there's that. I feel like I needed to, like, Frankie McDonald. This sounds very inappropriate of me, but I feel like I needed to Frankie McDonald impression my way, saying, guys, I was not at Bondi Beach yesterday. Seriously, that, like, I don't usually talk about world news, but that one, Rhythm Heaven, yeah, true, yeah. I don't usually talk about world news, but, like, that one is, very close to home. Bondi is, not close to me, but it's certainly, I feel like I gotta go to the other side of the map. On the left here. Bondi is not, like, that close to me, but it's certainly, like, you know, in the city of Sydney. And, yeah, you know, that was a real serious, act of terror over there, so... Am I allowed to say that word? I saw people censoring that word on the internet. I gotta be careful on that one. And here I am playing Doom as well. The joys of saying things on the internet, you gotta be worried that, like, your words can get through. But, I don't know, I don't have too many strong thoughts. Or rather, I do have strong thoughts, but I also don't know how to say them in an eloquent and, hopefully either understood or accepted form for everyone, so I sort of just stay out of phrasing my words on that one. But certainly, yeah, it's one where I legit had a mate who was there. I thought I gotta write that up. I had a mate who was there until like 6:30, so he left just before the the people showed up to unfortunately, yeah, commit some terror. So he got very, very lucky out of that one, but unfortunately a bunch of people didn't, so that's not good for them. And certainly, it's one where it's like, I would love for none of this to ever happen, you know? No one likes terror attacks. And it's weird as well, because, like, not weird, but, like, just as a part of the world. The fact this happened in Australia meant a lot of people talked about it, because it very rarely happens in Australia. Although, weirdly, we had a mass stabbing at Bondi Junction, which is, like, one over, like, last year. And I want to say that kind of got a bit of news until people couldn't. Also, hi. I was waiting for the Cyber Demon. Ugh. I gotta scooch past quick. There we go. We're good. But yeah, I realized a bunch of people did use the scenario for political points. I don't mind people, you know, playing politics with scenarios like this if ultimately everyone agrees, hey, we want to figure out how to stop it. What's the best way of going about it? I find that's, you know, fair, okay? Keep the discussions rolling there. But I saw a lot of people completely, like, reading the situation wrong. Like, they're playing into it from a... What's that lower? What is that lower? Oh, this? Let's see if I can ride the ledge up. Maybe that's what I need to do. Yeah, that just stays down. Okay. It happened at about 6:30 last night. 6:40 something last night. It definitely hit a lot of US news, and I think it's because the US is very sensitive on, if I use the phrase to be very advertiser unfriendly, Islamic terror attacks. I feel like the flag in the vehicle, the targets, and the particular scenario that they targeted probably fills in the blanks enough. One of them was apprehended, so we should know. I hope, maybe we'll see. You know what he was, why basically, because everyone needs to know why. Can I even get up there? I see that eye. I can't get there. I see it right behind the invincibility as well. Hold on. Every time I save, this Cyber Demon can certainly hit me up here. These flags everywhere, unfortunately, make it a bit awkward to bounce across, especially here. I don't suppose you can strafe run that one, can you? Oh, I get the key. Yep. Get the key. Run back over here, and then really... Oh, no, not quite. This looks like a very gutsy strafe run if it is a strafe run. Like that, that's what I was thinking. I'll go for it. I mentioned it, but it's, what was the point? No, feel free to go on with the news, but yeah, that one sort of affected me in some way. I do, I've seen a lot of people, take a big, how would I say, big opinions on, especially, I don't know, it's so, this is a weird bit of, like, I try to keep things quite upbeat and, you know, like, strictly on topic of technology and stuff, although it's very easy to get very doomerist about AI and all that stuff. Maybe it will go away at some point, not AI and necessarily, but like maybe the bubble will go away. There's another cyber demon down there. Okay, we gotta think quick here. Oh, I could telefrag him actually, if he's in the right spot. I don't think he will ever be in the right spot. Nah. What's up, Chris? How you doing? Alright, so here's a question. Now I've got all 3 keys. Where? I see the door there, which is down the lower end, but that, like, seemed like I... Oh. Yeah, okay, we'll just go through here. Please, Cyber Demon, don't do that. This is gonna get very awkward. We're gonna figure out how to... Oh, gosh, he's got a ways to go in order to get down there. I don't think he's ever gonna step down. He's not, so. Another prototype. I'm doing great. Plane crash. Ooh, very nice. Very nice. I did enjoy the Insane Trilogy. Great recreation. A bunch of classic games. Very nice stuff. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. Excavator 2025. Oh, it's coming out this year. Okay, I'm hoping the Cyber Demon can't fall me in here, but... Oh my goodness! Oh, now I've got to wait for the slow reveal. Bunch of items. Another Cyber Demon. You've got to be kidding me. I've got to walk up there? Ah! Gosh. Okay. I was like, hold on, I gotta use my BFG at some point today. Sorry, I'm not reading the chat there, sorry. Okay. NES game, donate, Excavator 2025, sci-fi mining game was super neat. They want to release the original prototype and source code for free. Yeah, very nice. At the time they wanted to do that? That'd be kind of cool if they managed to pull that one off. Yes, yeah, that, I mean, that's just a Crash 1 thing, but it is also like, yeah, it's very nice that they've got our backs on that one. Okay. This is where it's going to get awkward. Oh. Because he's right in the way. And they didn't give me a BFG other than the one level where I found it. That was it. It's been a while since I've defeated the Cyber Demon, hasn't it? A couple of months at least. Isn't it weird that some people are just so good that they can just take out a Cyber Demon in 2 BFG shots, and here am I, absolute struggle town. Absolute struggle town. I'm not having a fun day taking him out, I swear. I don't suppose it's easy to come up here to get him. Nope, I'm not having a fun time getting him here. Listen, I'm just setting myself up for failure getting like that. Oh my goodness. Gosh, it's because he's shooting down as well. That's what makes this way more annoying. So he's going to hit you with like the splash from anything. I do like Crash 2. Crash 2 is great. Crash 2 to some extent just feels like better Crash 1, and then Crash 3 tries to do, you know, sort of wacky stuff with its own levels. Or do we just go simple with the shotgun for the remaining bit of damage? I don't think this is gonna. Oh my gosh. There we go. First try. First try. The multi-set beta. It is the multi-set beta. The first game was Dragon Quest IX, which I have famously already 100%ed. I didn't get the accolades, but that would be a nice one for the people who are doing accolades. And also a painful one for the people doing accolades, because the accolades are still painful and impossible. People just don't realize it. Yeah, Crash 1's got a bit of first game syndrome. PP9 is the game. Oh, me doing full combos, man, I swear. Oh, that was a longer level. Now we need to descent into terror. 188 enemies. We're still up in the enemy counts on this one. Romero, you're outdoing yourself. Didn't I like double? Oh, I gotta keep wiping my nose on this one. Didn't I double feature Sigil with another, with the rest for the living as well? Gosh, bit of a doozy at the start here, I swear. Where am I exiting out of? A couple of enemies going on. It's like nowhere to chill, I swear. I got cacos coming out of everywhere. I just wanna get a little bit of peace and respite. Oh, there we go. Peace and respite. There we go. Just like God of War 1 and Sonic 1, maybe. There's a bunch of games that are like that. And it's not even necessarily Guitar Hero 1. It's not necessarily like that they're doing anything too fundamentally wrong, but it's just that there's one quirk, and a sequel fixes it up, and it's like, oh, it's great. Like Shining Force 2 is a really good example where it's just like the second game is just so much better. And it's not that the first one's bad, it's just that the second one is so much better. I gave the first one a 3.5, so it's still good. You can still get the core achievements. Yeah, I'm curious, like, what's the timeline, but I'm glad they're testing it out. And they're going slow rollout right now. I think they announced another game as well. Of course. Of course. I think that they're announcing a couple of other games over time as they test it out, and then they'll probably roll out. But good on them for having it out. I committed to doing a bit more Warriors of Rock deving. Jack 1 is the one. I think it's because I mean, I gotta play the other ones, but I believe it's because Jack 1 is, like, a very different game. And not necessarily in terms of, like, you know, what's a worse game or better game than the other ones, but just, like, it's a platformer. collected that as well. BFG will never let you down. People rip on, oh, Zelda NES. I was about to mention Zelda 2, and it's like, people rip on Zelda 2 for a bunch of reasons. Oh, it's a neat game. Okay, so why am I standing here? Why is that opening up? Okay, I'll just go that way. Gosh, there's a lot of enemies in the dark, I swear. I'm hearing a lot of platforms in the back, I swear, so... Yeah, there's a bunch of weird franchises out there, sometimes with sequels and things like that. And here we are talking about, you know, Metroid Prime 4, which, is a weird one. Does that count as a legacy sequel? Like, I know legacy sequel is used in the, movie sense a lot, usually, when you bring back old actors. But it's like, here we have Metroid Prime 4, the return of a very long, dormant, you know, series of games. In the same way as a Mega Man 9, I guess. And it's a game that kind of feels not out of time with that. Super Mario Bros. 2. Yeah, kind of. I'd count it. Big on Jack. Sly Cooper 1 is also... Now, Sly Cooper is one of those games I need to play, so I'll definitely do all that. I appreciate the Spyro trilogy, in the sense that none of them are... Like, they're all weird in their own ways. And they're all great, as well. Like, when people say, like, there is no perfect trilogy, I would argue, like, that one is one of the most consistent trilogies, and not necessarily for releasing the same game 3 times, but for really, like, trying to put out some, you know, some wild stuff. Ooh, see, that's a hot take, because I think Spyro 1's the best. But you know what? There is no wrong answer with this one. Alright, so why am I up here? To get a blue key. Why am I grabbing a blue key? I guess there's a blue door through here, through the skulls. Oh, that's how I entered. Yes. Okay. Spyro 3 has the other animal, but I do agree on the Spyro 3 one for that one. But I also do like Spyro 3's levels a bunch. It's got some very genius things going on. I also prefer the boss fights over Spyro 2. Okay, why am I jumping here? Oh, every time you put a shotgun, I just awkwardly too close. You know 100% the center platform's going to disappear and there's going to be like either a Cacodemon or 2 barrows in hell going on here. But yeah, no, there's a bunch of weird sequels out there, and then also, yeah, some really good franchises out there just in general where it's like, oh, every game's a gem. Or in some cases, one of them's a weird one. I was looking up Zeldas, in particular the Hyrule Warriors, and that first one has a bit of first game syndrome, doesn't it? I say that's a Zelda, it's more a Dynasty Warriors. Looking for the eye. EDF. I played EDF too. I've got that one under my belt now. The one that's actually not about the Earth, it's about the globe for some reason in the localization. So I do need to play Hyrule Warriors at some point. What is the weird game in the Dragon Quest main series? Oh boy, 2 maybe? I don't know. All of them are too traditional. 10 because it's an MMO? It's a real hard bet. By the way, how many years has it been since they announced? The other 2 specifically. That is true. They're both specifically canonical Breath of the Wild games. Apparently the third one is the best. So good on them. They've somehow managed to keep improving as well. Or the only people who play it are people who care. To, you know, the people who enjoy it. One of the 2. Also, hi. The fireball just clipped the platform, or didn't clip the platform. Here's a maze where everyone can see everyone, but you can't. Because everything's blocked by fences. Oh, it's not even on the map, you jerk. Also, where did that guy come from? I don't like the minigames of Sly 1. When I play Sly 1, I will tell you how I feel. But I do... I'll try and think of another one that I liked or didn't like. Obviously, I played a bunch of Guitar Heroes, and I think everyone will probably just say the first one, because of the weird hammer-on system. And I am just playing through Rock Band 1, and I guess, I don't know, I think a lot of people will say Rock Band 4 on that one. Like, 1's got a little bit of a weird thing going on with its hit window. But I think a lot of people say 4 because of the way it, like, kind of backpedals on some features. Yeah. The Age of Calamity, which came out, I think, in, like, 2019, I think? And then Age of Imprisonment, which came out, last month. Switch 2 exclusive. I mean, you say Breath of the Wild, but it's like, well, the imprisoning one was Tears of the Kingdom, so... But that's kind of fun that, yeah, they made the original, I don't know when the original came out, I think 2015 or something, on the Wii U. It's a fun Wii U release. No, it could have been 2015, that was when they released nothing on the Wii U. Or rather, junk on the Wii U. Amiibo Festival. I'm sorry anyone who works at Nintendo, but legit, Amiibo Festival? Come on, guys. The Breath of the Wild, yeah, like those particular 2 games. It's not often we get, you know, direct sequels in Zelda Land. Although it seems to be happening more and more, like the fact that... Oh, I guess, is Zelda 2 a direct sequel? I guess it is. But, you know, how we've got, Phantom Hourglass, and Majora's Mask, and... yeah, Tears of the Kingdom, and, I'm not sure if we're gonna count the Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. That one's a maybe. Still a cool console. More than the PS5. Get out of here, Mr. Baron. Where am I going? I'm going in a circle. John, how could you? How could you not put more health in this game? Seriously. It's gotten real fine. Okay, who was terrorizing me at the top? Was it just him? No, it's some jerks from all the way down from Kansas City. And then I telefrag someone. I do have the yellow key now. I've got the... it wasn't a forget, it was an intentional exclusion. Yeah, hold on, why... I know I came down here because I had the yellow key. So then... Why? Why am I down here? That is a terrifying thing to hear down there. Gosh, y'all got any health down there? This is gonna be terrible. Zelda's Adventure for the GBC. Also, here's the thing. Is Echoes of Wisdom Link's Awakening sequel? And then is Oracle of Seasons and Ages a Link's Awakening sequel? That's always a weird one like that. There's lots of Zeldas all over the place. I'm getting hugged by him because he's flown up. He's flown so far. Why has he flown all the way up there? I cannot see him. Because there's very weird map design here. Oh my goodness, hold on. How far up have you gone? I wish there was a ledge here. No, there he is. Oh, come on. I need to somehow get him not on screen, but we're just gonna wander past him? We're just gonna wander past him. Okay. Wait, all for a BFG. Oh, why am I here? Like, okay, BFG is nice, but like, I don't need it, really. I'm gonna have to cop the hit. Yeah. This is intentional at this point. I see that door over there. John Romero, you cheeky lad. These are neat levels, but also John Romero. Oh, John Romero, you cheeky lad. Oh yeah. Like legit, he's kind of brutal on the amount of health that he's giving me right here. Maybe a part of it is because I'm on ultra violence, and maybe a part of it should be don't get hit by projectiles all the time. Easy. Also, hi, there's a backpack there. I've already picked up a backpack, so at least he gave me one of those early, but still. This is level 7. So, I mean, we've only got one after this. And I'm also more than halfway through, so at least there's that. But I have no idea where they want me to go, because I didn't necessarily pick up a key here, I think. I've completely blanked out on what I was even throwing here. I pulled the switch down here, which then raised the floor, allowing me to leave, but unless they're showing me something on the top ledge or giving me... No, they wouldn't give me a way out. Also, is Tom going? Okay. See ya, Tom. Have a good one. There's a reason why Sigil... That is... Okay, well, I guess maybe I'll just go out the one door that looks like I definitely never went out this way. Oh, you've got to be kidding! Come on! Oh. I see this, like, one bit here. Why on earth would I ever pick that up? Before I go into another RA-related thing. Look at all these goodies he placed down here, but also, why would I ever go down here? I would just teleport and just make haste forward. Gosh, you gotta real aggressively push into some of these rooms, I swear though. What is revealing itself to me? West made a PR that implements basically achievement tiers. Well, that'd be neat. I'm always a big fan of, yeah, adding more descriptors and stuff to the achievements as well. Because, I mean, effectively at the end of the day, the whole thing is, like, community made. And so you're sort of at the mercy of whoever sort of gets in first or cares enough. And obviously, you know, like, if we create so many fragments of, like, how achievements and all that stuff are earned, separating different games into compilation games. Were you telling me you don't want every single Sonic collection to have its own achievement set? Every single one of them. You want to master every single Sonic yeah, every Sonic collection. You're doing Sonic Jam, you're doing Gems Collection, you're doing whatever the other ones. Sonic Adventure DX on the GameCube. You're doing them all. Cheeky John. Cheeky John. For example, they had Final Fantasy 1 and 2 in their own tiers. In the, oh, that's nice. Is this... I mean, a part of me feels like you could, in theory, handle this with multi-set, but I guess one is the main set, and one isn't. So I guess it's kind of an extension of that. But the curious thing will be, can you do it without needing the client to know? Like, do you have to... Can you implement that in a way that the RetroArch doesn't need another update to sync all that across? Because for the purpose of RetroArch, it sort of just needs to know what achievements are active. It doesn't really need to know much metadata around it. Which is why every time a leaderboard submission happens and then you get told your rank immediately, I'm like, oh, that means we need a response from the server about the state of the leaderboard every single time someone submits. Okay, weird pathway, but sure, okay. Oh, the tiers are collapsible. Oh, okay, I need to look into that, I guess. I haven't really been paying much attention to the chat. I've been one, in a bit of Metroid mode, so that's on me, and two, doing the holly jolly festival season of buying gifts for people who don't tell you what they want for Christmas. It's always painful. But I love them all the same. Well, Berserk would always be nice at this time of year. Let's see, I'm wandering around. I wandered into here, and that was right where the Cyber Demon was pestering me. So I really hope I don't need to, like, dive down and give him a hug. I was like, is that an invuln next to him, or is he just happy to see me? And he's just happy to see me. What else is down? Oh my gosh. What else is down in this direction? I see the invuln up there. You can't read the text. I'm in invincibility mode. Sorry. That's okay. Interesting to mention. That's fair. I gotta read into it more though, but I am on a wonderful, wonderful holiday in a week. So, unfortunately, I leave on a Sunday. So that's why it's like, that's why there's not just one more stream of the year. But that'll be okay, because then I get some time off. Yeah, I've been wandering around for a bit. This part here feels very odd to me. The fact that there's like this ledge here. Is there no like eye that I'm just like missing as I like peer out over across the vicinity? Because this clearly looks like it should lower. We'll look. Oh, I was doing I Will Love You. That's not the same one. Maybe up here, because I never actually went up here. Computer area map would be good fun to have, but also, hi, I have to jump out here. Alright, let's do this quick. Let's do this quick. I'll take that. Alright, so now I've got a map. Did that reveal a secret? Right here? Kinda looks like it's here. Or maybe that's just where the eye was sitting. Why do I need a map, though? Like, what's the... I've been doing well. I haven't actually tabbed out to look up anything, which is something I know I did a ton on my first playthrough of everything else. That's technically not quite the same thing. I don't know if that counts. No. To be fair, like, that just didn't seem like it was working my way. Cheeky angle right there. Listen, at least John's consistent on that one. At least John's consistent on that one, so. But yeah, no, I really hope that the festive season is good for everyone. Obviously, you know, I mentioned terrible tragedy in Sydney yesterday. So hopefully things are good for everyone else. Stay safe, all that jazz. And don't drink too much. Yeah. Hopefully we all survive the dismal AI apocalypse that is upon us. For example, I saw it, this is a rumor article, but apparently Samsung will stop selling consumer SATA SSDs. SATA SSDs to me, I'm like, okay, I think we're done at this point for SATA SSDs. The biggest problem with SATA SSDs is that the max bandwidth is limited by SATA well before the actual SSD max bandwidth. SAS is sort of the same deal, but I think the reason why you use SATA and SAS, there's still other ones, like, I was going to say Crucial. No, you're running out of options. There's other ones, I think Lexar sell some, but it is SATA. Not a lot of people use SATA for their, at least for their operating system drives, certainly for a gaming build or anything. People don't really get them. The cost isn't really any better as well. There's no benefit to getting them other than they're easier to drive. than, or under like a HBA card, than having lots and lots of, well, PCIe-based ones. But to that, I then go, yeah, you'd probably buy SAS drives if you're buying lots of them in parallel. You think John Romero would turn the lights up a little bit, wouldn't he? Seriously, it's kind of intense here. Jeez. Also, the music is way quiet on this level. I don't know if anyone's noticed. It's way turned down. I'll leave it like it is, because it wasn't like tons loud on the other levels. I assume I've got it turned very, very down. You know, that's not really that down. Okay. Let's see. What are we revealing? But why? There's a red door in there. Oh, I gotta go back. How do we get into the red door? We gotta just go up the weird ledges. There we go. Back to the lab again. No, back to the dungeon. This seems like an end of level kind of scenario. Who shot me there? Who shot me there? Where are they? Oh, you jerk. Yeah, there's more up there. Okay, well, that wasn't a particularly meaningful, environmental power up there, was it? Just one more for good measure. Alright, so why just go down the center? Nope. Maybe. Maybe soon. I guess we look for an eye again. We just shoot all of them, I guess. Well, at least they didn't throw a cyber demon right there at the end, did they? Hi, I'm running to the end. Alright. Abyss of Despair. We got one more. What kind of games are popular in Australia? Australia's very big on the, anything that's in the US, really. I don't think we've got any anything too regional in particular that's like, oh, we're into it, but not Americans. So I'd probably say the big ones right now. A lot of people are playing Battlefield. I think that's generally a big one right now. So, but other than that, I mean, it depends on your click. Footy. Yeah, okay, yeah, true. Footy. Kick that ball. Mobile game. Yeah, mobile games are popular. I got a bunch of mates, particularly university mates. You know, they're big on the gachas. So I think Wuthering Waves is their one of choice right now. There's a bit of Genshin. There's a bit of people who are like Genshin the entire time. Sup PlayStation Genie. That got cut off there on the text, but Genie. Thank you for following. Watering Waves. You know, the Game Award winning Wuthering Waves. Listen, Infinity Nikki didn't win anything. Although Helldivers 2 got nominated for Best Community Support, so... who knows what's up with that category. Am I up against... what would I be up against here? You can't force a Cyber Demon on me. You've done it every level. It'd have to be a Spider Mastermind at this point, wouldn't it? That's why I need to save my plasma rounds, because you know I'm going to need one of them. Something about Doom. It's not the game, but the editions. Okay. Let me know, Mr. PlayStation Genie. Also, my day's been going well. I missed that message earlier. Nice secret. He's been good on the secret so far. Infinity... Oh, true, yeah. I don't know if they redeemed themselves. I saw someone mention that, like, oh, they've got the 2.0 release. I'm like, 2.0? It's been a year. Listen, as much as I roast Infinity Nikki as well, the base game is fine. It certainly builds into, like, something that you would imagine eventually would get better, but it never does. Like, it kind of feels like a long first act, but it is a cool... It is a neat experience, and I wouldn't actually say don't play it. Who knows if someone's gonna capture it in the inevitability that maybe they don't make money, but I also think they gotta do it right if they want to keep making money, so who knows. So Doom discounts. Doom 3, Doom 64, Doom Eternal are all 60 to 75% off, so now I buy Doom 3, Doom 64. Now I'm stuck with Doom Eternal. Standard or deluxe edition of Doom Eternal. I don't know off the top of my head what the editions have. My gut feeling is that I think if you're on Steam, they've basically got the one that's got the DLC and the one that doesn't have the DLC. And I can't tell you if they're worth it, because I've never played Doom Eternal. So this is that. Indonesia. Technically, we are a Southeast Asian country, just not by tectonic barriers. Ouch. Oh, I'm just gonna have to cop it. Blue key. That's 31 enemies. We might be done kind of quick, so... country has a problem with gaming since most people... Yeah, so there's a big problem. I know in some countries, I believe Korea's got a similar problem. A lot of people are very addicted to the mobile games. I don't think it's an epidemic in many Western countries, so we don't get it brought up very often. Some people are, like, you know, I guess what's the term? Cripplingly addicted to gacha games. But it's not wide enough. I think we generally, and honestly as well, Western countries are like going on the just decriminalized gambling kind of angle right now. Which is an interesting angle to play. I don't know how I feel about that one, because I'm like, man, people gotta not gamble. How do you target that? Other than cracking down on it entirely. It's like a bread and circus thing. It's like, oh, do I crack down on gambling from a moral reason, or I don't know. I've been totally addicted to HUDs. So standard is base game and battle mode. Deluxe edition has the battle mode single player. Yeah, okay. So pretty much the one thing. Okay, so the one thing I'd basically go. I don't care about all the skins and all that stuff. Skins are skins. They just exist. But the old gods, the ancient gods, sorry, yeah, that's a two-parter DLC collection. So I guess if you wanted to buy the deluxe edition now, just do the math of whether you know whether it works out. If they've done it well, then the math works out well. It's like, oh, there is a decent saving if you just buy it all now. I kind of don't mind if they just let you buy it later at the same price, but I don't think they're doing it like that. Price of the standard edition is $8, deluxe is $17. How much is the DLCs on their own? And also double check if you're on Steam. Double check SteamDB for historical lows as well, because that's always good to check out, especially for DLCs. Oh, you're on place. Oh, okay, in that case, I hope for the best on that one. I don't know where one tracks the historical lows. There should be a site out there. Video game price charts or something like that. So. I don't know if that's a specific website. Well, given that I've got both keys, I should be able to open this up. So do I go back up to the top? And now we can go to... Nice job, Romero. Nice job. Spider Mastermind. Spider Mastermind. That's a that's a spider mastermind. Hold on, that's a cyber demon and a spider. That's two cyber demons. Okay, well I know who I'm killing. Okay, I gotta do this quick. Yeah, check how much the DLCs cost. Or if you don't care about DLCs, then just ignore DLC pricing entirely. Like, don't worry about it. It's kind of fun though, like he's just chilling there. I wonder, like, what triggered him the first time. Gosh, I'm just going aggressive into him instead of actually doing any of this, like, battle. Also, hi. I haven't played any of Doom Eternal, so I don't know. Gosh, this is aggressive. Can I get some infighting happening here? Oh, I see the health there. Oh, it's trapped. How can you get it? There's another one over here as well. Well, thank you, Romero. Thank you for this one. That's all good. It's all good. One day I'll play it, but not this year, unfortunately. Oh. We didn't invite at all. Okay, well, I'm just running past, and I'm just gonna see what happens if I run past everything. I run out of platform. There is no way I can best this guy by any means other than to I'm constantly copping the rockets as well, which is actually making this fight even worse. Oh, there we go. First try. That's it, right? We're good. Ah, oh, Romero. You cheeky lad. Do you want me to take out both cyber demons as well? Really? Gosh, he's so far out, isn't he? English is fairly... Yeah, I think off the top of my head it is. Gosh, narrow platform to take out the cyber demons. Oh. This is a very awkward place to save, I swear. How do people take these things out in like 2 goes? True, working in Australia would be actually like pretty sick if you can. What happens if you drop down? I'm actually curious. He's put no safety net, so here I have done an aggressive save. Like a really darn aggressive save. Oh boy. This might be one of the worst saves I've ever done in my entire life. Okay, let's just bail out of that one. Okay, all right, take two. Oh, we got him. Okay. Only problem, I've only got 2 more shots for the last one. I've got rockets. We should be able to take them out a bit easier, but... Okay. Take two. Oh my gosh, alright. Oh, dang. Okay. I got him in 2. I'm pretty sure I needed to take out... It's not epic if you have... That is true. No, I was first go. Alright, but we got there in the end. And then we put the Kaku Demon. We put a couple of fellows right in the last room for you. But I'm pretty sure I needed to kill all of them in order to lower this wall and access the end of Sigil II. He put health at the end. Is he about to juke me? Is he about to juke me? Hold on. Why is he giving me health and ammo? And... I heard that. There's a Baron right at the end. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. Doesn't mean they can't. True, yeah. To be fair, I am incredibly incompetent when it comes to any language that isn't English, so, everyone knows way more than I do. Okay, we'll just end it there. We just end it there. That's all good. And that was it. That was Sigil II. That was a long one, wasn't it? I'm not an English native. Legit, I feel kind of blessed that I'm actually. You guys are also very, very willing to speak English. I mean, there's 100% kills in all of these. This is the one level I did kill the cyber demons though. Satan erred in casting you to hell's darker depths. His plan failed. He has tried for so long to destroy you, and he has lost every single time. His only option is to flood Earth with demons and hope you go down fighting. Prepare for Hellion! Okay. Thank you, all these people. There you go. I assume John Romero is making a third one. He's just gonna keep doing it. I swear. We'll end up in a Doom remaster, maybe after so many years, but that's it. It was fun coming back to it. It was fun coming back to Sigil 2 and just sort of like, hey, you know, in this direct sequel to Sigil, Satan has cast you straight to the depths of hell, like that kind of stuff. For the 30th anniversary, which, man, you know, it's been that long, hasn't it? Since I probably will be in Australia in the near future. Hey, I mean, you know, if you're in the Sydney area, I know some neat places, but it depends where you're working, I guess. But yeah. Just don't get a time machine, I guess. Sydney is not too kind on time machines. But yeah, that's Sigil 2, which marks the everything in this Doom 1 and 2 remaster. Honestly, it's getting gnarly on this one. Yeah, start with Doom, end with Doom. I'm not playing any Doom next year. We're playing some RPGs. We're getting back into the RPG game, don't worry. I got a great one to start off next year. I've got a bunch of other ones that I would like to play as well. I'm not streaming on the 29th, so there's no streams for the next 2 weeks. And then I think the third week on the... What day of the year would it be? Let's see, it's the 29th, 30th. I'm trying to do this without a calendar. 30th, 31st is Wednesday. 1st is a Thursday. I'm definitely back on the 5th. By the 5th. So I'll do something on the 5th of January. We'll be back. But yeah, with that, thank you very much for watching. Yeah, if you enjoyed this, or you didn't enjoy it, that's fine. You can follow on Twitch for a stream every 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, except not next week and not the week after. But yes, 5th of January, I'll be back. You'll find the VODs on YouTube, so if you missed parts of this, like the fact I played The Sims at the beginning of the stream, then you can catch it there. As well as just anything that happened throughout the year. And that's all good. And then, yeah, you can follow on the Fetty, where you might hear me talk about Metroid Prime 4 ahead of time. Well, maybe not anymore, because I'm done with it, and I sort of said all my views here. And also, yeah, you can go on the Fetty. Also, yeah, if you're under the age of 16, or you're like me, and you're actually getting booted out of systems that require you to upload your passport all of a sudden, the Fediverse will always be a safe place. I say a safe place, that sounds kind of predatory. It's a small place. It's cozy. You'll see exactly what I say there, so I'll just say that. Anyways, have a good one, everyone. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Kwanzaa. Festivus. What are some other ones? What's the Pastafarian version? I don't know. Everyone's got a nice celebration at the end of the calendar year. Have a great time, everyone. See you next year. Oh my gosh, 2026.